Good evening, you're watching Esther from Stampin' Star Creations. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm just going to get comments set up on my other screen so I can hopefully see what's going on. So welcome on this Tuesday evening here in the UK. It's great to have your company, and hello if you're watching on the replay. Do leave me a comment if you watch on replay or if you're new to my channel. And it was an idea that I actually had, and hi there, Jeannie and Kay and Cindy and Vanessa. I think it's an idea that I had last year, and I tried to make it work and it wasn't working. So I shared the idea with Ruth, and then she came up with this other idea. So I've taken that back to the drawing board with me to try and create what I want to create that's in my head. So you'll have to tell me if it works. I'll tell you what the kids said when they saw it, and then I'll tell you, you've got to tell me what you think of it. So I hope you are following along. I know that sometimes YouTube gets a little bit glitchy, so unfortunately there's nothing I can do about it. You just got to kind of like work your way through the glitches. So I'm going to try and maybe speak as clearly as possible and maybe a little bit slower. Don't know if that will make any difference. So for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm an Stampin' Up demonstrator. I get to demonstrate, show, share, love, create with Stampin' Up products, who are a great craft company that are brilliant at coordinating their products. So colours and very on trend with their things that they make. So without further ado, I'm going to turn around the camera and we're going to see what we're making today. I'm going to show you the prototype, and then we're going to work with the prototype to try and make it better if possible. Okay, let's turn you around. Okay, so do you know what I've also realised? I say okay a lot. I'm going to really try not saying it all the time. It's habit. It's like saying and things like that, which I've managed not to do, but there you go. So here he is. I'm hoping you'll agree with me that he looks like a gnome. One of my sons said he looked like Father Christmas. I quickly started adding more and more bits to it. And Cindy, I'm going to start saying okay if you start typing it. So please tell me he looks like one of those Nordic gnomes, because that's what he's supposed to look like. I'm just going to put a piece of white, this is my rough one, white paper in the back, so it gives you an idea of how he looks. You guys don't start, everyone's saying okay, you know. I want to know what if he does look like the Nordic gnome look I'm after. So he's work in progress. I've got the basis down, but we're going to work with him to see if we can make him a bit better. So I'm using a 6 size card. Now one of these I marked, I think it's this one. So I'm going to use the measurements, which are Australian and English A4 size. So obviously you can adapt this to the side, hopefully the measurements where you're at if you're in America. So this is A4 size folded in half into A5, and I've marked it in several places. So I've marked the top around halfway mark at 2 1/8 of an inch, and I'm trying to get in the habit of writing centimeters because I know some of you like that, 5.2 centimeters, and then the same measurements on either side here, 2 1/8 of an inch and 2 1/8 of an inch. So hopefully that's quite nice and easy to remember. Gnome probably saying that he is a gnome. Thank you, Maureen. Okay, so we need to cut down the middle here up until that point. And then we're going to score up to the middle to create his hat, and then cut down across to the other point. Now, yes, I've got measurements on that white piece in a minute. So I'm going to try and talk you through. You're coming out with all the gnome jokes now. You guys are funny. Right, let's see if I can actually see where my line is. Okay, so I can just about see my pencil mark, and this new trimmer here has got marks on them. So I can just about see where my pencil line is, and I've lined up my score line to where that is so I can see where it's going. You guys are cracking me up with your gnome jokes. Hasn't he got a gnome to go to? gnome problem. Ah, dear. Right, I was a little bit out on that side. Okay, so I'm going to... Oh, I said it. I need to put money in a jar if I say that word. I'm going to go from the centre point to my other side, which is much easier to see. And I think I might just use scissors with this bit, she says, having lost her scissors momentarily on her desk. That's clever. Okay, let's use the ones that I'm not supposed to use and just snip along that point there. Right, be careful with this bit. I'm sure there's a really clever way of that I did this before. I can't remember how. So let's, do you know what, I'm just going to go for it in the... Oh yeah, that's fine. I can see where the line ends there. You can't though. So I can see, you can probably just about see under the reflection. It does meet that score line. So just go steady. Go steady, Eddie. Okay, that's probably the most... Oh, I thought I cut it wrong then. That's fine. We've got that shape. Let's bring back my light. Oh, technicalities. Right. Then for his beard... Everyone loves the Nordic gnome, though. I know, don't they? And I mean, hopefully he does look like a Nordic gnome to you. So for his beard, this is... what is this? I think it's 2 1/8 again, because obviously you want the same... Oh no, I've cut it wrong. I've cut it to the wrong point. Oh, that's a good start, isn't it? Hold on, Esther. Let's try that again. Scissors. See, sometimes when you're actually recreating something, it's harder than doing it in the first place. Nobody knows the trouble with gnomes. Oh, you guys. Right. So this Whisper White piece measures 4 3/16 or 10.6 centimetres by 2 1/8. It's the hat rim. So if you type in, somebody's asking about why hasn't he got any eyes. If you type in Nordic gnomes, you'll see what I'm trying to recreate. They have that kind of their hat covered over their eyes. Okay, something's gone a little bit dodgy with my measurements, but you know what? Because I'm live, I need to get on. I've also marked the centre of this bit because we're going to have to cut out his beard. I'm a bit annoyed I can't find my scissors, but I'm sure they'll turn up. So for his beard, we're going from the centre point, and I'm going to just jiggle my scissors around as I cut up to the corner. And this just creates a kind of more less rigid look to it. Okay. And then rather than his mouth going straight across like that, I'm just going to eyeball it and cut in a slight dip across his beard like this. So there's the start of Mr. Gnome. Right. What shall I do next? If we... Let's do some punching next, and then we will go from there. I'm trying to make... When I do my tutorials, I try and make them as simple as possible. I was going to say, it's just so that you can follow along. So I'm trying to do things in stages. So this is the half circle punch, and I've cut a bobble for his hat because I think he looks really cute. That's why my kids thought, one of them thought he looked like Santa. So I'm trying to do everything to avoid it making him look like Santa. So also with the white Whisper White paper, you're cutting an inch circle for his nose. And then you are going to use the leaf punch. I didn't know that must walk into a lot of things. Yeah, they must walk into a lot of things. And Laurie says, love gnomes, made them out of a cone and felt. I'd like to make one. I've seen a tutorial online. So with the moustachy bit, I'm using that centre of the leaf punch to create his moustache. So you just need the centre leaf. Oops, I missed a little bit off. Let's try that again. So you want one for either side, which is going to fit underneath his nose. Right, the other thing we want to cut out, and I've got some sparkly red here, so I'm using the 1/2 inch punch again. I might actually cut out a few of these to create some berries for his hat. And then using some shaded spruce with the sprig punch. So don't worry if you've not got these exact punches, you might be able to cut out freehand, cut out some holly or do something like that. So there are ways around these things. Tomatoes, cages and Christmas greens make cute gnomes. Ah, use a potato for his nose. Okay. So in order to now lift this off the page and make it look even... Oh, I've missed something out. He needs brown shoes because I think the shoes just added something. Excuse me a minute. I'll quickly cut out my early espresso card. And we're doing half circles. So you can cut out a full circle and punch it in half if you want, or you can do what I'm doing and just cut it in half. Those sprigs look like mistletoe. Yeah, they do, don't they? Okay, so there's his shoe. So hopefully that's all the punching for now. Let's move that out of the way. So the next step is about the colouring in stage. So I'm going to grab some smoky slate, I think. And we're going to stamp with the birch stamp, if I can. There you are. So we're going to stamp in grey to create his beard. So we want, on the birch stamp, you've got a big patch here. So we're going to avoid that patch. We're going to use this side here. And we want it to go vertically to create the look or the illusion of his beard. So I'm going to sit the beard on there and then also put his moustache pieces on there as well. Let's just give that a press down. And hopefully oh, look what I did. I forgot to take the post-it note off, didn't I? Let's see how these have come out. Okay, that needs a bit more stripe to it. So let's put a bit more stripe on there like that. There you go. All very hairy now. I still haven't played with my birch stamp. Go and play with it, Ellie. It's no good sitting in a box doing nothing. So let's just try that again. I'm going to just tap that on. Get a nice bearded gnome. There you go. So let's find, I'm just going to use one of my brushes again. These are just makeup brushes. I'm going to just take off the ink from my, clean it off my stamp and just create a bit more depth around the edges with the brush. There's a nice hairy gnome. Good morning, Jacqueline. Nordic Gnome is a small elf-like creature that likes to take up residence under houses. He takes care of homes and children and protects them from the misfortune, especially at night when the house is asleep. Thank you, Kay. How exciting. So let's do his little moustache pieces as well. That's really cute. I didn't know that. Like a bedtime story. Okay, so we've got his moustache pieces And then we want to give him a little blushed nose, pinky nose. So I'm going to go in with some, just a tad bit of melon mambo, not too strong. Oh, look at that. Isn't that the perfect colour for a blushed nose? The light has been a bit strong there. You can't really see, but in real life it's a lot stronger. Look at the state of my fingers. Right, there's his nose. Anything else we need to do? I think we're ready to put him together. So I did wonder about running this through with the Subtles embossing folder to make it look even more hair-like. Make sure I've got this the right way around. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to run it through my machine. If nobody, sorry, put my finger right in there. I'm going to bring the machine across so you can see what I'm doing. You've not heard of a Nordic gnome? I suppose it's knowing what to call them. You might have seen them, but not actually know what to call it. Oh, I'm going off skew whiff. Right, there we go. Right, I'm feeding it through the machine. It's my old trusty machine, do excuse it. He's very reliable though. Okay, so running it through that folder, it will put those creases in, depending on whatever folder you've got. Oh yes, brilliant. Right, let's just show you. Okay, too close. That's just created those ridges in there, making it look even more beard-like, which is what we want. Okay, I have Nordic Gnome from Norway. Wow, that's the ink pad I dropped, and my hand still looked like I murdered somebody. Good. I saved the comment. Oh, could have been close. Right, do excuse me if I miss any comments. They do go scrolling by, and I'm trying to keep up and craft at the same time. Now, his hat. Is there anything else? Should we add the decoration to his hat, or does he look like Santa with things on them? The children were talking about maybe adding stripes to it and things like that. So if anyone's got any suggestions about his hat, then let me know. I thought the pink nose bit should be at the top. I think I've stuck that down wrong. What do we think about his hat? How can we make it look more gnome-like? Oh, thank you, Cindy, for sharing. Any suggestions? I'm wondering whether to use different leaves for his hat now. So while I wait for you to suggest, let's see if I've got any green. Maybe a chevron pattern. Yeah, I'm trying to use maybe something existing from our stamp sets. That's why I tried out the stars. So the rim around here, I could do like a continuous pattern. That was with the star stamp set, which I've put somewhere. Where have I put it? Stars. A more sort of cedar looking leaf. My gnome has long fluffy hair. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I was thinking about stripes. So the bit that I've used here is actually those bits there. So I could do like a not recreating, what's the word? Recurring pattern. So I'm just going to try out these leaves. See what these look like. These might look a bit better. Look a bit more Nordic. I did think about the tiny stars actually. I think I'm going to go with that because I think Ruth, I don't know if she's here, but she's wanting to come on at 9:30. So I'm not going to be ages and ages. I think these leaves look better, don't they? So I'm just twisting them with my tweezers to create a bit of shape into them. Okay. Tiny stars. Okay, let's go with those suggestions then. Tiny stars, and we'll get this guy stuck together. Clear the decks. Find the tiny stars. And let's see how we get on with tiny stars. It's one of my favourite stamps this year, I think, these tiny stars. I'm trying to find a block to fit them on. Okay. Must remember embossing buddy. There you are. Embossing buddy. White stars. White stars, I'm guessing. I'll give you people a chance to answer that before I get stamping. I just thought, oh, can you actually see? But yeah, I can see what I'm doing, can't I? Talk to myself, talk to myself. Scrap piece of paper. Right. We're going with white, are we, folks? Now, I'm going to do this in a row at the bottom. And maybe do, I don't know, maybe a little bit more sporadic here. But yes, white. Okay. Put my shaky tray in. Shaky, shaky. Oh, boo boo. Never mind, hopefully it'll be covered up by the time we finish. Just going to get the heat tool going. And then we'll put this together. Good afternoon from New York. I'm very well, Denise. Great to have your company. How are you on this fine day? Or evening here in the UK. Excuse the noise, I'm just heat embossing these white stars to complete the look of my card. I'm hoping some of these blobs will get covered up. We shall see. Denise, are you all freezing? My terrible accent. It's supposed to be snowing in America. The winter NYX 3D embossing folder would be good for a gnome hat. You're right. I did try and emboss his hat in the subtles, but right, let's pop that under there. Let's start assembling this guy. Let's get my glue. 31 degrees. Glue. 31 degrees. I think that's retired, isn't it? That cable knit embossing folder. Tell me if I'm wrong. So this is just a whisper matten layer, and then we'll start with this. The other thing I wanted to do is make it slightly 3D. So I'm just going to use the top of my glue just to push that in a little. Make it slightly 3D. So I'm just going to use the top of my glue just to push that in a little bit. Let's get a Stampin' Dimensional on this. Where's the big ones gone? I don't know. I've got a lot of small ones here. Let's use a small one for now. Stick that on the top one for now. Stick that on the top of his hat. How am I doing on time? Oh, yep, not bad. Okay. Let's get his beard stuck down next. I'm echoing, am I? Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Has anyone else got issues? Can anyone give me the thumbs up? I'm going to try and press on in the hope that it self-recovers itself. Can somebody confirm whether it's actually working, or can somebody confirm whether it's actually working or if it's really glitching? Oh, this is so annoying. Oh, thank you, Ruth. I will just get through this so that I might just carry on in the hope that it will just amend itself. Okay. Ruth, if you can hear me, or if anyone can hear me, can you just type that I'm just going to carry on and finish, and then we can join you all over on Artful Stamping. Keep going, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep stamping, just keep crafting. Okay, I'm nearly done. There's if I was halfway through, there might be some point me restarting, but at this stage there really isn't. So I'm just going to get this bad back down, and I'm gonna finish. Right, there we go. I'm just hoping that you guys can at least see the end product. I'm really sorry about the glitching. I can't do anything about that. I think I might change his berries to white, but there you go. There he is. Nordic Gnome Card style. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry about the glitches. I'm good in some places. Hopefully on the replay it'll be fine. Ruth, if you want to just type in your details and let people know where to find you, we are going to follow Ruth over at Artful Stamping. Great. So some people it's not glitching. For some people it is. I think I might just go ahead and change his berries to white to see if that stands out more. Take care. Thank you. To see if that stands out more. Take care. Thank you ever so much. There's Ruth. Go and follow Artful Stamping with Ruth. She's going to go on live now to do a YouTube live. Thank you so much. Great to see you all. Take care. Have a good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are. Do give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to my channel for more. If you press the bell, you get notifications of when I'm going live. Take care. Mwah.